The fourth and final part of the Zoning Laws and Tobacco Retailers series will address educating decision makers and community members. First, let's do a quick recap of the entire process. The steps we've shared so far have been designed using best practices for addressing tobacco retailers and zoning laws. Once you have decided whether licensing or zoning strategies are best for your community and determine your goals, you'll need to research existing land use regulations in your community and find out whether zoning ordinances are allowed. Conduct an environmental assessment to define the problem and collect data in your community. Collecting data on tobacco retailer location and creating maps to illustrate the problem of tobacco retailers in proximity to schools can be a powerful tool for engaging your audience. It's important to address the legal landscape, or in other words, find out what the tobacco retailer and zoning laws are in your community. A community coalition can help with this. In Arkansas, every county has a hometown health improvement coalition that's supported by the Arkansas Department of Health. As previously mentioned, you can visit healthy.arkansas.gov and search hometown health to learn more and connect with a coalition near you. The last step is educating decision makers and the public. We've discussed preparing your presentation. Now let's talk more about how to make contact with local leaders as well as some tips for presenting. Every community is different. You may live in a small town where you see the mayor around town or at a high school football game, and you may feel comfortable approaching them in an informal setting. In other communities, you may need to go through a formal process to request a meeting with the mayor or city council members. You may even want to get on the agenda to present to the city council or to your school board. Here are a few tips for contacting decision makers. Whether you call, write, or email, be original. Instead of using a template, write your own emails or your own notes for making phone calls. Keep it brief. The maximum length of a letter or an email should be no more than 1 page. Introduce yourself and add a personal touch, like I attend Central High School where I play the trumpet in the marching band. Follow your introduction immediately by stating why you're contacting them. Include a brief personal story about how you and your family or friends have been affected by the issue, and be sure to add how the proposed change would benefit your community. Simply end by asking to share more at an upcoming meeting. Public speaking can be intimidating for many people. However, a few simple tips can really make a difference. First, know that it's okay to feel nervous and even admit to the audience that you feel nervous. People will understand and be forgiving. Be sure to breathe. You may even need to remind yourself to use pauses to catch your breath. And of course, write it out. Use notes if you need to, and be sure to practice. Splitting the presentation between 2 or more students can also be a good idea. When presenting, be mindful of how you're communicating. The 3 C's of effective communication can be helpful. First, keep your message clear by identifying the main ideas you want to embed in your audience's mind. Avoid jargon and other language that could confuse your audience or distract them from your central idea. Technical language or high levels of detail may seem important to you, but they can be a barrier to audience engagement. Developing messages before you communicate will help you focus in on what you want to say and deliver your content with clarity. Keep it concise. Aim for short, direct sentences. Saying less forces you to focus, and the more you are focused, the more you're likely to get your message across. Be sure to define exactly what you want people to understand and what you're asking them to do. And finally, be consistent. Don't be afraid to repeat your key messages. It's hard for people to miss a point when they've seen it or heard it multiple times. We hope this 4-part series on zoning laws and tobacco retailers will help Project Prevent chapters reduce tobacco use in their areas. By educating decision makers and community members on the importance of zoning laws as it pertains to tobacco retailers, new policies could emerge, reducing the amount of tobacco marketing and the number of tobacco retailers that are near schools. Please contact us with any questions you may have. Visit our website at projectpreventar.org to email us directly, learn more about Project Prevent, and discover lots of resources for youth tobacco prevention. Youth and adults can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Project Prevent AR, and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching Project Prevent Youth Coalition. Thank you and good luck.